I warmly welcome everyone, one and all present over here today. My name is Yashwant Kirakte, and today I'm going to present you with the topic collocations. So first of all, let's understand what's our objective of this presentation. It's by the end of this lessons, learner will understand what collocations are and why they are important for our English fluency. And then we'll also learn some 25 common and advanced collocations. And I have categorized them into four categories, and we'll explain them later on. And we will also use them in practical learning, and we will use them to learn English practically. So let's start with a basic concept, like what is a collocation. Like, does anyone of you have any idea what collocation is? Like, no? So that's going to be more interesting. Like, you don't know anything, you are going to learn something new today. So basically, collocation is just a group of words that just fits naturally. They feel naturally together. They feel good. Like, for example, I can say make a decision, but I do not say do a decision. Like, which one of this like, I'll ask you guys, like, what does sounds more natural? Make a decision or do a decision? Yeah, because make a decision goes together naturally. So that's an collocation. That sounds natural. So if you understand like collocations, like if you learn collocations like in that way, then you will make your English sound more natural, one more good. So this is collocation. You can simply read the definition, or I have like created a simpler definition for you all to understand. Collocations are words that naturally go together and sound right to the people those who have spoken English their whole life. So you can make your English like take it to the next level. You can make it advanced. So collocations are similarly. So I think to understand collocations, you can also understand it like vocabulary. You need, how do you improve your vocabulary? You learn it, you understand it. Similar way, you have to understand what collocations are as well. Okay, so I have a very nice example to explain you how collocations work. So, for example, there was an hard traffic today. Like, does it sounds really nice to you? Like, there was an hard traffic. It doesn't sounds great, but you can rather you can say there was an heavy traffic today. There was bad traffic today. There was terrible traffic today. All of this sounds really nice, right? These are collocations. And I think this is a really nice example for you to understand how important collocations are and how do they work. Like, for example, in naturally this sounds more natural. In natural English you would say that's a fast train, the fast food, but you cannot say the quick train. It doesn't sound natural, it doesn't sound great, right? Similarly, you cannot say quick food, while as the same quick word would go along with shower really well. Like, you can say a quick shower, because these two words fix naturally. That's the collocation. But while as you cannot say a fast shower, a quick meal sounds more better than a fast meal. So why do you even need to learn collocations? So there are some points to it. Your language will be more natural and more easily understood. You will have alternate and richer ways of expressing yourself. Actually, this point I will get back to this later on. Like, when I'll get to the main part of our presentation, which is like examples of collocations, then I'll revisit this point that you will have alternate and richer ways of expressing yourself. Like, what happens sometimes is, like, when you are speaking in English, you sometimes do not find enough words to express yourself. You are like stuck in between. It's maybe because you have some issues with collocations. It's easier for your brain to remember and use languages in chunk or blocks rather than a single word. So this is like a way to understand like how to learn collocations. Basically, what all these points mean is it's just similarly like vocabulary. How do you improve your vocabulary? Read, listen, understand, find them, and try to remember them. So similar way, that these are the points how you can learn collocations. Be aware of collocations and try to recognize them when you see or hear them. Similar as vocabulary. Treat collocations as a single block of language. Think of them as an individual block or chunks and learn strongly support, not strongly plus support. Like, for example, this is an example actually. For example, strongly support is in collocation. So when I'm trying to understand a new collocation, I will learn it in a single chunk, as in strongly support, but not strongly plus support, as in separate individual chunks. So a single chunks, you need to learn them in single chunks. Like, for example, I will come revisit our previous example, this one. Like, for example, Here, fast train sounds right, but fast shower doesn't. Fast shower doesn't. Right. So you have to learn the whole collocation as a whole, not separate words into it. Okay. When you learn new word, write down other words that collocate with it. Remember rightly, remember distinctly, remember vividly, remember vaguely. Now, for example, I'll again revisit our previous example of that. Okay, okay, I'll just tell you that example of uh, heavy traffic. That example of heavy traffic. Do you remember that? There were alternate collocatory words, like for example, heavy traffic, terrible traffic, bad traffic. So these were the words that collocate with each other. So you have to also remember that. Try to remember them as well. Okay. Revise what you learn regularly. Learn collocation in group that works for you. And actually, I have brought some collocatory words. Like I have some special words for you, and then there are words that collocate with it. I will come that to later on by the end of this PPT. So collocations are divided by types for learning easier. So collocations is what? It's basically two words coming together to form a new, to make it sound more natural. So when verb and noun collocates, when adjective and noun collocates, when verb and adverb collocates, when noun and noun collocates. So let's get to the main part of our topic. I'll shift to this side. When a verb and a noun collocates. So these are just examples for you to use and remember. Like so, make an effort is in collocation. You can say you need to make an effort to speak every day. She took responsibility for the mistake. He had to break the news to his parents. Using templates can save times. We'll hold meeting tomorrow at 10. So these are in collocations when verb and noun collocates together. The most important part is to take a look at the examples and try to understand them and try to use them in your daily languages, daily day-to-day uses. And there is another example is heavy traffic. I was late because of heavy traffic. That was a strong argument in your essay. The vast majority of people agreed. Quitting was a tough decision to make. She has a close relationship with her siblings. Now, my point is, if you didn't know these collocations, if you couldn't use these collocations, how would you express them? It would have been really tough to do so. Like I said, I will revisit to that point. Um, so it would have been really tough for like to say if you want to say this. The vast majority of people agreed. How would you try to say that? Like anyone want to try that without using the collocation? Most of the people agree. Yeah, so that doesn't really sound natural or like it doesn't sound really great actually. And like in many points what happens is that you would like get stuck, like you won't have enough words to express yourself. Almost everyone agrees. Yeah. So I deeply regret what I said. I strongly condemned this book. Do you fully understand the instructions? The doors are closed. The doctors are closely monitoring his conditions. I barely noticed the mistake. Like, he has a great sense of humor. Her state of mind has improved. From my point of view, it's a fair decision. Her level of confidence has grown. The crash caused a chain reaction of events. Like for example, like look at this simple example of how a chain reaction word has changed your whole sentence. Like you can just briefly explain what happened at that day. Collocations for smart expression. We can't draw a conclusion yet. The campaign aims to raise awareness about climate change. You will have to face consequences of your action. Win an argument. He always tries to win every argument. He earns a living as a freelance writer. So, like I said, that I have some words and I have some collocations that collocate with it. Like, for example, make. You can say make progress, make a phone call, make a success of, make a noise, make a mistake, make a profit, and so on and on. Like, I think you have a basic idea how it works. Like, similarly for do something, do shopping, do homework, have breakfast, have a snack, have a coffee, have a chat, have fun, have lectures. Similarly for go. Go cycling, go for a walk, go by car, go abroad, go to work. Keep your cash, keep doing something, keep fit, keep in touch, keep a promise. Thank you.